Alright, we should be live. How is everyone doing today? I'm gonna turn my mic down a smidge. I'm glad to have y'all here. Tripper, Egg. Alright, give me just a moment while I boot the game up. Hey, I'm sorry, Egg. Clearly I'm playing favorites right now. I took that. Yeah. I took that personally. How you doing today, Egg? Oh no, the game's downloading content. What? I'm your Yeah, of course, Tripper. Hasn't it been obvious this entire time? Why is Celeste downloading content right now? I turned on keyboard sounds so my caps wouldn't be on by accident. Loud noise and scared me. Yeah, I know this game will work great with my controller. Why are you downloading content? Oh god. Oh god, Tripper. Tripper, no. Don't do it, Tripper. Day 4. Give it up for day 4. Woo! I hope your commission does come in pretty soon. Alright. Mainstream. How's the game sound? Does the game sound good? I was on this file. Yep, alright. Alright, so I think today we're gonna end up wrapping up Celeste. Like I said in the last Celeste stream, I don't plan on going after all the strawberries. It's impossible to outrun your own reflection. This is a pretty long cutscene, so I will talk over it a little bit. Oh, I forgot. There's just a random dialogue option here. Yeah. I'll continue with the work then, if you don't mind. Kinda... Oh. Yeah, I get it. It can suck waiting for that long, but I do hope that the commission does turn out well. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, I'm still here. Alright. So I think I asked this question last stream, but have either of y'all played Celeste before? Didn't care for it? That's a shame. I mean, I personally love it, but I can understand that. I'm getting called out here on the game. Madeline is just like me, for real. Perfection-based games don't click with me. I'm fine with these games, but you've had to be excruciatingly accurate multiple times in a row, rightfully. Yeah, I do feel that. I think I mentioned this last stream too, but there was a point when I was playing this game on Switch. Don't like RTS games for the same reason, but Pikmin's an exception. They demand less, which is nice. But yeah, I haven't tried a lot of RTS games, but Pikmin always clicked with me. But there was a point with playing Celeste where I was like, okay, I've reached the point where I feel like my skill level is not going to improve. And the game is asking so much of me that I'm like, alright, I'm good. And to be fair, I appreciate the fact that Celeste is open about saying, hey, you don't need to overcome every obstacle that gets put in front of you. You can just stop playing the game whenever you want. I want to play a game, not calculus. Same. Same. I don't really like math stuff either. It's one of the things I like about Balatro is that you don't really need to be good at math to play Balatro. You just have to kind of understand the basic ideas of math. You never have to do any calculation. You just have to figure out, okay, is this a bigger number than this number? And in that case, yeah, that's the better card. It's a very simple game in that regard. And it's also, going back to the idea of being excruciatingly accurate, it's one of the reasons why I kind of just want to beat the last level, climb the top of the mountain. Main reason I dislike Elden Ring and Sekiro but love Dark Souls. I have not... I think I said this before, but I've not played any Souls-likes. I've always been kind of nervous getting into Souls-likes because it does look like a lot of precise movement, a lot of trial and error, and I can deal with some of that. But as I get older, I kind of tend to stick with what I know best. And if a game doesn't like click with me very quickly, I tend to just put it down right away. I want to give Elden Ring a shot, I really do, because that game looks fantastic. And Dark Souls at some point too. I just... probably not on stream for the first time. Because the last thing I want is to watch people see me fail over and over again and get very frustrated with the game. But I do see the connection between that and Celeste. The later levels that I've seen that I did not finish do demand quite a lot out of you. Sekiro is just DDR. I've never heard that comparison before. I mean, there's certainly like a rhythm to playing all those games, I imagine. But when I say rhythm, I mean like the way that you dodge around enemies and things like that. Not so much a literal rhythm. 10 minutes in and I've ranted twice. Good. I tend not to rant that often. I did fairly recently. I won't go into it, but I do have a few pet peeves when it comes to gaming. On my end, that's sent twice. Yeah, I did send twice, but it's alright. It happens sometimes. Yeah, that is pretty fitting. Got any more good rants you want to send my way? I was barely even paying attention to the dialogue. I don't remember when he even mentioned his grandpa. Yeah, I just remembered something related to Celeste, actually. And it's about the other game that the developers were working on, Earthblade. Unfortunately got canceled pretty recently. I know this is kind of like an out of the blue thing, but I gotta tell you, when I saw Earthblade, so what's the deal with this child? Is it a spiritual trip or something, or is this just a random kid wandering around? You talking about Theo or Madeline? I'd say it's, in a way, it's kind of a bit of both. Kind of like trying to get a better understanding of who you are by overcoming an obstacle you never thought you would be able to. The redhead, yeah, Madeline. I'd say it's a spiritual trip for them. Just with like a lot of like bizarre video game logic thrown in there, like the mountain and this alternative version of them is this representation of their anxieties and their depression and things like that. But I think it's done pretty well in this game. Yeah, weird inner demons, things like that. Literal inner demons. Oh. See, now that's a good selfie. That's a selfie worth being proud over. Welcome back, Tripper. And don't jinx it. Well, like I was saying earlier, Earthblade, the game being developed by the same people, got canceled pretty recently. Do you have any pets? I have a cat. I have a cat. Well, not. I don't really. It's not my cat. It's my aunt's cat. Yeah, I love cats too. I'm way more of a cat person than a dog person. Even though growing up I always had dogs. Like we always had dogs in our house. I think over my life we had 5 different dogs. Alright, party's over. Everyone, wrap it up. Tripper's here. Put the chips away. Put... I didn't read the joking thing. I'm not a pet person. Sibling got them on whims, and I usually wound up taking care of them mostly. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm not a dog person is because I kind of don't like the idea of taking care of other people's pets, and that's kind of what I associate with them. You still haven't posted? Well, it'll take time, Tripper. I'm sure you'll get something out there. Oh yeah. I hate thinking about when your pets get old like that. I don't know how old the cat that I have is. I have to ask my aunt about that. Alright, and we get introduced to one of the best power-ups in this game. The gold feather. Ow. Alright. Did you ever have dogs, Tripper? Or you just always been a cat person? Oh. That's bad. Have a dog named Lucy? That's adorable. We had growing up we had a Shih Tzu named Winnie, two Dachshunds named Nadine and Sophie. She just turned 3. That's awesome. Is Lucy a small dog or a really big one? But two Dachshunds named Nadine and Sophie, and then a mutt. But then we got cats, and then I never looked back after getting cats. He's a black lab? A big dog? Yeah. You got a lot of space around you for her to run around? Always lived in kind of a small town, so we never had the space to have big dogs. The only family members who I know who have big dogs live like way out in the woods. So they can just let the dogs run around as much as they want. She's still kind of young, so I don't let her go free. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, what's the right way here? I think I've had 13 cats, 7 dogs, a snake, a bearded dragon, fish, and 2 Pidgey birds. Oh my god. You've had quite the escapades there, Egg. Most fun pet will always be a pug. They never shut up. Gotta be honest, that's not really convincing me of anything. Egg's an animal master. If there's anything I appreciate, it's being able to have a pet that knows when to be at least somewhat quiet. Unfortunately, my cat is not quiet in the mornings. Yeah. When I was working at Family Dollar one time, a customer came in with a snake wrapped around his neck. And I'm sure it's not a venomous snake, but, like, snakes don't do that because they're your friends or they're your companions. They do that because they're trying to choke you. And he was like, do you wanna touch it? I'm like, no. I don't care how safe that snake is. Like, they just have really cool area gimmicks, but I hate when they're only used in the area they first appear in, and then just end. I usually just forget how they function. I mean, it's a lot like how Mario is designed. Okay, I gotta get through here. Snakes actually have no sense of love or affection. Yeah, I'd believe it. Yeah, but like I was saying, this is a very Mario way of doing level design. When they introduce a gimmick like this... Ow. They kind of expand upon it during the level. Gradually getting harder and harder. Oh. There we go. Also, are there no strawberries in this level? I swear there are supposed to be. Unless I'm just bypassing literally all of them. I will say, it's not as bad if you decide to, like, play all the B-sides as soon as you unlock them. Because then they kind of expand upon those gimmicks a little more naturally. But I can kind of see where you're coming from. That sounds gross. Mother Nature is a cruel mistress. Oh, look who decided to show up. Hi, Veely. How you doing? Would you prefer I call you White Pikmin going forward? Because I know you changed your username. And hi, Purple Pikmin. Alright, I'll call you White Pikmin. Once when I was young, a snake went over my foot. I was so disgusted. For some reason, it makes my skin crawl. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. We had snakes where I lived, but they were like garden variety snakes. My mom was like really scared of... Yeah, Pikmin are here. But yeah, we had a lot of garden variety snakes where I lived. Nothing that would like hurt you, but my mom was always deathly afraid of snakes. So I had to be really mindful when leaving the house. Whew, okay. I don't remember if you have to restart that whole section if you die once. Alright. All back. Poor snake. I know, I've had that happen to me before, though. I hate it when that happens. Like I said, we did have a lot of snakes where we lived. A lot of garden snakes. And a lot of lawn to mow. It doesn't deserve sympathy. You don't... Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. I agree. All right. Here's where the level really starts. Oh. Also, the music here is so good. Oh. That was a troll spring. Fool me once. Yeah, fool me once. What are your thoughts on the name Sam? I like it. Are you looking for, like, names for a pet or something? Alright, watch out for the spring. The name Sam's just in my head for some reason. Alright. One. Whew. Alright, that was close. Hi 20, how you doing today? I'm doing pretty well myself. Just got home from work? Alright, that's cool. Work go well for you? Dang it. Work doesn't go well for anyone. I mean, I've had some crummy jobs myself, but also some decent ones. Mediocre, but could have gone worse. Alright. Tripper is correct. Fair. Oh, I'm on the... I thought I got dragged for a moment. Well, I'm glad work wasn't a complete disaster for you. Did I beat Metroid last night? No, I did not beat Metroid last night. I figured out where I needed to go next, but I got stuck in a pit, and I lost pretty much all my health. So what I need to do now is I need to grind again. Oh, I'm out of... So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm going to grind off stream and then return to the game on stream. You should put in a password that brings you to the final boss. There is... On the NES Online, they give you, like, special save files that you can use. And one of them does just take you to the final boss. Ah, you should get online, to be honest. I mean, I think Nintendo Switch Online is like a fine service. It's not a great service, especially if you actually like playing online games. Oh, I see. Oh. But for some retro games, yeah. Like honestly, it's been kind of fun playing some NES games, as weird as that is for me to say. Because NES was never like my thing. And the year is fresh, yeah. God. Right. My mind just stopped there for a moment. Yeah, it's $20 for like the more basic consoles, but then you have to pay an extra 30 to get the rest of them. Genesis is part of the $50 tier. I'm stuck. Oh. Hi, Perpsicle. How you doing today? I just took that like a champ. I was just like, you're not gonna shoot me, and then proceeds to get immediately shot. Alright, I think that's it. You're doing good? That's good to hear. Welcome to the stream. Tripper DX, is that a... My mind immediately went to Sonic Adventure DX, because that's the only thing I can think of when I hear DX. But that's cool. It's a nice little handle. Magic Meowkins, hi there, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Yeah, it does sound pretty cool. Yeah, if you really want those retro Genesis games, you are probably better just buying one of the Genesis collections. I'd say there's one on PC that's pretty good. And really, there's not a lot of Genesis games you're getting on the... I'm from Georgia. Not like, yeah. Had a recent not so nice encounter, but I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing great, actually. The stream just showed up on my For You page. Well, I appreciate you being here. We're going to be, hopefully, wrapping up Celeste tonight. Yeah, Double Dash. This is the Mario Kart game I've always wanted. I have a GameCube and it's so fun. The GameCube or Double Dash? Because I love the GameCube, but Double Dash was honestly not one of my favorites. My brother loved it, but it took me a while for me to get into Mario Kart myself. Would recommend. I should give Double Dash another shot at some point. Because I always hear people say amazing things about it, but like I said, like I didn't get into Mario Kart until Mario Kart 8 came out. Just before that, it was like, it was okay, but it was never my thing. I need to adjust my glasses after that. It's the only game I have on it. That's a good place to start. But I know GameCube games nowadays are like stupidly expensive, so you're paying like $70, $80 just to get one game. Unless you manage to find like a lot or something. I've been playing the early Mario Karts and so recently. Those games are hard. Yeah, going back to Super Mario Kart's always been a struggle with me. I don't know how to drift properly in that game. It's a nightmare. But Mario Kart 64 is kind of fun when you don't take it that seriously. But the problem is that I never had anyone to play the earlier Mario Karts with. Whereas Mario Kart 8, if you have a Switch, there's like a 1 in 2 chance you have Mario Kart 8. So I've had plenty of people to play that game with. Are you gonna do Farewell? No, I'm not gonna do the Farewell DLC. Because, as much as I love this game, I will admit, it's very difficult and core. I'm not sure. I think you need a certain number of hearts to get to core. I've never learned the prerequisites to do the Farewell level. Do you have to play the B-sides? Or is that just part of the normal game? You do? Okay. Well, then, definitely not, because I struggled heavily with the B-sides. I did do it on Switch once. I did, but for this revisit, I kind of just wanted to, you know, take things a little casually. Reach what I think are the end credits. You don't need to learn the things, but they help. Yeah. And also, I don't remember where all the hearts are. I do remember when I first played this game on Switch, you technically only have to beat the core A-side, but you need to know advanced tech. Alright, maybe down the road I could revisit Celeste, but I would need to practice a lot off-stream before I get into that. What am I streaming tomorrow? I'm not sure yet. I'm considering doing Splatoon 3 because there's an in-game event happening right now called Big Run. And I think that could be a fun thing to do because, like, I did start... How often do I stream? I do try to stream every day, around 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I don't I'm currently not announcing my streams because I'm getting a new job soon, and I don't know how that's going to affect the stream schedule. Yeah. And I try to, like, I want to be like a variety streamer. I kind of want to play a bunch of different things. And like kind of get a little bit of gaming history in me while also revisiting some games that I really loved. Which I gotta be honest, NES Metroid, it kind of tested my patience a little bit yesterday. Not gonna be real with you, chat. Juju's gonna no 20. I'm not gonna do that. I would never. Oh boy, the music gets really, really good here. Oh my god. Alright, I'll see you in a bit, Tripper. Yeah. Yeah, this track is awesome. The game's music as a whole is just absolutely amazing. You gonna go fix some dinner? Alright, 20. Hope you have some good eats. Yeah. Another reason why I probably won't do... Have I ever played Undertale? Yes, I have, and I absolutely adore Undertale. I will 100% revisit Undertale at some point for this channel. Is there a strawberry here? I have played Deltarune Chapter 1. I wanted to wait to finish Deltarune Chapter 2 until all the chapters came out. I feel like it's been... I don't even remember, like, how many years it's been since Deltarune Chapter 2 came out, though. Alright, that's one. Also, I'm not trying to go after every strawberry, but I figured since these ones are right here. Yeah, I keep hearing from some people that... Excuse me. That Toby Fox plans on getting chapters... Well, I don't know if it's Toby Fox who, like, handles it specifically, but getting chapters 3 and 4 out pretty soon. Dang it. But I'm patient. I'm not, like, too concerned about it. Honestly, I was talking about this earlier on stream, but the fact that Earthblade, the other game from the developers of Celeste, got canceled, that was like the real heartbreak for me. Like, I get it. I'm not gonna lament the fact that it got canceled too much, but it did hurt a little bit. Not gonna lie. Because, like, a Metroidvania with the art direction of Celeste, like, that's such a cool idea. And I love a lot of Metroidvanias. Like, I love the Metroid franchise, and I love Ori and the Blind Forest, and I love Animal Well. Come on, we can do it. I said, not that. I don't want to do that. Alright. Alright, I processed none of that. Animal Well is insanely good. I will say, it's not like a traditional Metroidvania. It is very puzzle-focused. Like, it's way more of a puzzle game than it is a traditional Metroidvania. It doesn't have, like, any combat. But I think it's an absolutely phenomenal game. I'd say if you're skeptical, like, wait for a sale. It doesn't usually get great discounts, but I think if you can find it for like 20 bucks, I'd absolutely recommend it in a heartbeat. I have tried Hollow Knight. I put about an hour into it. I think I beat one boss. And it's something that I want to give another shot because I felt like I was just... You ever just, like, play a game that you know is, like, really good, but you're just not in the mood to play it? Because that's how I felt about Hollow Knight. Like, I knew it was a really quality game, but for some reason, I wasn't in the right mood to play a video game like Hollow Knight at the time. You gotta go, alright, Perpsicle, I'll see you around. And I'm pretty sure there was a strawberry in that area, that little last area, but it's alright. Alright. Alright, don't go for that wall. Whew. This is for a strawberry. I'll give it one go. I don't even know how to approach this thing. Alright. Oh. Is this the right way to go? I guess. Up that way. Oh God. I forgot they had a section like this. Alright. I'm locked in right now. I'm very focused. I see the broken wall. And this is another strawberry right here. How do I even... I don't even remember how I got this one. I'll give it one more go. Alright. That's alright, 20. Admittedly, I've gotten a little quieter myself, because I'm trying to really focus on the game. Yeah, you treated Mr. Orochi like garbage. That's not fair. What is the story of this game? Short answer, Madeline, this main character, wants to climb a mountain to overcome her anxieties. And the mountain kind of manifests them into reality. Oh. And that's why there's a purple version, our evil doppelganger, that kind of represents those negative aspects of her. That's like the most basic plot summary that I can come up with. But yeah, I think it is neat. I really love the little story they have in this game. I know it's kind of cliche, but it's a story that I feel like I can personally relate to. Having my own anxieties and things like that. Alright, you can overshoot that. Whew. Well, that brought back the snowballs. You don't think mountain climbing would cure you? You never know. I've never found a cure for my anxiety either, but I've never also gone mountain climbing. Maybe it really is a cure-all, who knows? Oh. Whew, okay. Oh, I see. Welcome back, Tripper. You changed your profile pic? That's cool. This should be the last level before the end credits. I need that platform. It's your me now? Alright. I should take a look at it when I get the chance. Okay. Oh man. Alright, let me look at this icon real quick. Oh, that's cool. No, I don't want Discord open. Alright. I don't know which way is the right way. I assume this is the right way. Oh look! Easy strawberry. Alright, go underneath this platform. Whew. Come on, we've come this far. We gotta keep going. I think this is the mirror section now. Yeah, with the red orbs. I don't know why I thought that was a path. How did the fanfic reading go? Oh god, I tried my best to take it seriously, but like, we found out that the fanfic that I was reading was over 90 chapters. I don't know why I'm falling there. Yeah, over 90 chapters. I'm being 100% serious. Like, I wanted to give it my all, but honestly, I don't think that fanfic reading is my thing. Yeah, of Gay Link. It's a side-on Link. Yeah. It's a side-on Link fanfiction. Alright, now we go down. I'm glad you let. Yeah. I don't blame you. Dang it. Gailing for Smash win. Okay. I know what to do there. I mean, Link is kind of a gay icon. Doesn't necessarily mean he's gay, but he's just a gay icon. Dang it. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. Alright, let's be more mindful about this. I said more mindful. He did have pink hair in A Link to the Past, and I still question what Nintendo's mentality was with that. Not that I'm against pink hair, it's just... It seems like, considering the fact that I'm pretty sure in the manual he has, like, brown hair. It looked good on bad CRTs? Maybe. Yeah, because I wouldn't think that color limitations would play much of a problem, considering the fact that it is an SNES game. They have so many more colors to work with. Dang it. Alright. I do need to dash there. Oh. Yeah, NES games. Like, if it was an NES game, I could definitely see it. That's why Mario is, like, so tan in the first NES Mario game. This is the home stretch. This is it. I think the pink hair looks good, though. I mean, I'm not gonna judge Link for wanting to have pink hair. It's just, I just have to wonder, like, why did they end up on pink hair? I wonder if that's... Does he still look like that in the Game Boy Advance version of Link to the Past? Now I'm thinking of that weird dark-skinned Luigi alt in Melee. Right, there was one like that. And I remember in Melee, Luigi's voice was just Mario's but sped up. Alright. Home stretch. Oh, there's... I'm pretty sure there's gemstones you can pick up during the level. Yeah, during the N64 and early GameCube era, they went back and forth on how Luigi sounded a lot. Yeah, and it's weird to me because N64 Luigi did have his own unique voice, but for Melee they just said, nah, Mario, but fast, Mario but chipmunkified. Yeah, you don't need numbers on your Discord. I don't use numbers on mine, even though I think technically your Discord username does have numbers in it in some capacity. I've had numbers for years, I tell you. Oof. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to make it there. I want to see if I can get this strawberry. Wonder if Exit Net went out. They're probably just doing something else. Oh, one more try. They also did say they weren't, like, interested in Celeste, so I kind of get it. Oh, right, they did say that their internet would keep going out. Oh. Man, I actually don't know how to properly get through a section. Never mind. Alright. Five. Alright, I don't want to spoil myself too much. Oh, I thought I had to go up there. Alright, turn around when I get there. It's so beautiful. That's it. Oh my god. That's my actual face, by the way. Celeste? Now, I know I didn't really experience a lot of what the game had to offer. Like, I didn't go after most of the strawberries, but I've done it before. I don't feel that compelled to do it a second time. Maybe I might revisit this game at some point. I could show off my Switch file. That could be interesting. But I still absolutely adore this game. Is the stream over? Not yet. There's still a little bit of stuff after the end credits. And I figured we might as well look at the entrance to the core. I'll at least try to keep the stream up for 2 hours. Or about an hour and 41 minutes in. Yeah, I think one of the biggest shames of playing the game like this is that, excuse me, we're not going to see any of the B-sides or any of their remixes. Because the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Lana Rain, who I believe is the person who did the soundtrack, absolutely incredible. All the remixes done by all the other people, absolutely phenomenal. And the game itself is just absolutely beautiful. Like, this was my favorite game of 2018, bar none. And it was fun revisiting it. I will say, playing it like this more lax playstyle, it's kind of how I like to play the game nowadays. It is a lot, I will admit. It can be a brutally difficult game if you let it. All depends on how much commitment you want to make towards all these difficult objectives. The strawberries, the B-sides, the C-sides, the farewell level. You should do the Link to the Past glitch. I don't think that's in this game. I don't think that's in this game. I don't think I'll definitely try to do the Link to the Past glitch when I play a Link to the Past. Should I... I've been thinking about the Zelda Marathon, and I've been wondering if maybe I should forego playing the games in order and just playing what game I feel like playing next. But honestly, if I did that, I'd probably play Ocarina of Time next, so... Oh. Not in Celeste, nope. Alright, there's one last thing before we go back to the title screen. Oh. I love this ending too. I don't get your hopes up. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a very good strawberry pie. Who invited this guy? $58 out of 175, and only 353 deaths, and 3 hours, 46 minutes, and 42 seconds. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good time. I wouldn't ever attempt to speedrun this game myself, but I'd say, like, that's definitely an improvement over the first time I played. 7 out of 10. Too much strawberry. Yeah. So if you go into the core level, about a year later, Oh god. That's awful. Oh, there's even some level in here. Before you get to the main part. Yeah, you. Just kidding, it's just the strawberry silly. Yeah, I figure it. But yeah, one of the gimmicks of this level is the fact that your dash does not get restored unless you touch one of those green orbs. And also, you need 4 hearts to get in. You can find these hearts within the levels. They're secrets. I don't remember how to get to most of them. There's one that I remember, and I think the 5th level, the one with the clouds and the blue orbs. Actually, I think something that we can do. It's just kidding about just kidding. It was actually their brains, you silly goose. Something I could do for fun is we can look at my Switch file for a little bit and see how much progress I actually made on it. I think that could be fun. Let's see. My favorites. I bet Celeste is on here, yeah. It was just tomato soup. When did tomato soup get into the conversation? That's a weird pie you're baking, Madeline. Really weird, really weird pie. One of my friends, when I said so, one of my friends, in our Discord server made a comment about, oh, you guys should try dipping a burger in tomato soup, and everyone was like, I beg your pardon. Yeah. So this is the save file that I've put the most amount of time into. I think that says 19 hours. When it doesn't sound bad. I don't think it sounds terrible, but I also remember them saying like somebody else responded by saying like, okay, tomato soup is like ketchup adjacent, so I can kind of understand that. And then the other person was like, the person who made the initial comment was like, that's the most incorrect take I've ever heard, but I at least appreciate it for kind of agreeing with me. And I'm like, dude, tomato soup and ketchup are tomatoes. They're just tomatoes in a sauce. It's like I love you, Mona. I really appreciate you, but girl, you gotta chill out with that. I've always wanted to dip a grilled cheese in tomato soup. Yeah, it's really good. That's how I always eat my grilled cheese. Oh, I guess I have access to the farewell level. If I don't think I've ever beaten the seaside of this level. Epilogue. I don't wanna check the epilogue. The climb. I guess I two deaths, that kind of tells me that I didn't beat that. Mozzarella sticks and tomato sauce. I can see it. And there's no strawberries in this level. That's weird. I also did not beat the seaside of this. Bye, cows. Thank you for joining the stream. You just got... Yeah, I know, right? What? I didn't do the seaside here either. I did do it here. I think the third level is where I got hung up. Because to me, this is like one of the harder levels in the game. Yeah. I think I got towards the end, but then I was like, alright, this is the point where I am officially done with Celeste. Honestly, that's not a lot of deaths for a seaside. Neither is that. The seaside levels aren't that long, honestly. It's unofficial now. And yeah, right, the Celeste were breaking up with you. Yeah, if I recall correctly, there is a golden strawberry at the end of every level if you beat it deathless. And I think this is the only level I was willing to attempt that on. I'm not... Like, take this with a grain of salt. I genuinely don't remember how all this works. If I recall correctly, I know there's also another strawberry you can get in this level by beating it without doing a dash a single time. It's amazing that they designed this entire level to make that possible. It's really difficult, and I don't think that's where the extra strawberry came from, but I got at least one of them from this level. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, no strawberries in reflection. Can I have 2 grains of salt, please? More salt, sir. Can I have 2 grains of salt, please? You may... What about 3? All right, now you're pushing it, Tripper. I only have so much salt to go around. There's a lot of people asking for salt. What do you think this is? The salt mines? Also, it took me 2 hours to beat the summit on B-side. And I don't have a single full clear score on any of the levels because that requires getting all the strawberries, I think, in one go. Which sounds like a nightmare. Records, fewest deaths. Yeah, Forsaken City, I've beaten deathless. That might be the prerequisite. It might be deathless. Old Site 11. I didn't go back and replay a whole lot of levels, only the normal levels for the strawberries, so oh, do I not have any yellow hearts? Oh, I can rearrange these. Is there a secret to all this? Is there like a poem I could write, perhaps? Mayhaps? I don't know. There's definitely a lot of secrets in this game. I know there is. PNG tubers are cool until they make tier lists. Well, if I got news for you... No, I'm kidding. Tomorrow's stream's gonna be... No, I'm joking. I have thought I had an idea because I love Nintendo. I had an idea where I would go and make a tier list of every single Nintendo Direct. But then I kind of thought about it for a moment and I'm like, I don't really like that idea because I don't like judging Nintendo Directs based on listing all of my viewers. I don't like the idea of judging every Direct based on, oh, uh, this is this is what I thought of all the games. And it's like, yeah, most games in Nintendo Direct I'm not gonna like because there's a lot of games in every Nintendo Direct. So it's like, okay, I get it. You don't like Fire Emblem, but a lot of people do. So don't discredit a Direct just because it's got a Fire Emblem. Tripper is obviously at S plus tier. Yeah, I'm gonna slide you right on over to the B tier, I think. No, no, nothing personal, but I'm just saying. Now 20, you get the A tier. And Egg, they go in the S tier. And then everyone else is like D tier, because nah, I don't care to organize everyone. I'm sorry, Tripper. I don't decide these things. Like there's a higher order that dictates who goes where. It's not it's not my fault. Like don't shoot the messenger. I just tell you the truth. I'm kidding, of course. I appreciate all y'all being here. But I think I'm going to wind down the stream for a little bit. I don't know why I'm impulse. I always have the impulse to go through. If my name was Swipper, I'd be S. I sure. Let me turn the music back on. If my name was Swipper. But if your name was Dripper, that'd be sick! You'd have the drip! Am I right? Is that dumb drip meme? Is that still around? Is that a thing people say? This music makes me jiggle. I don't know. This music makes me jiggle. Did I tell you where this music was from, Tripper? I know I said it on one stream, but I don't remember who all was around for it. But Creature has drip. True, I got these cool headphones. Now, this music is from the Finding Nemo video game for the Nintendo GameCube. I believe the level is called Field Trip. There's like one guy on YouTube who uploaded the soundtrack to the game. And it's weird, but the music in this game is genuinely good. I hate it. You hate this music? Never listening. Okay. Alright, fair enough. I get it. Share my music taste with people and they're like, bad. Oh, I know. Bad. I get it. Yeah, fish are friends, not food. I remember. Always. Pixar always giving us those important life lessons, like don't swim out in the ocean if you're a clownfish. Important lesson, kid. Don't shake plastic baggies with fish in them, otherwise, you know what happens. Don't touch the butt. Never touch the butt. Hey. That was a really good stream. For some reason, Finding Nemo has always felt like a fever dream. I kind of get that. Like, I love the movie. I loved it when I was a kid, and I still love it to this day. It is, like, a really crazy movie, but that's part of the reason why I like it so much, is that it feels like such a weird adventure. All the crazy scenarios that... Namely, I actually think what's the adult clownfish's name? Is it Marlin? I can't remember. Yeah, Marlin. Marlin and Dory, the adventures they go on. I actually like that part more than the Nemo portions. Marvin? No, it's Marlin. It's definitely Marlin. Marvin the Martian. I love the Marvin the Martian cameo in Finding Nemo. It's my favorite bit. No. It has been a while since I've seen the movie. I should go back and watch that, but I haven't watched it in so long, I forgot half of it. It's permanently ingrained into my memory, partly because I loved it as a kid, and partly because I really loved playing the Finding Nemo video game. Which had cutscenes in the movie, but it doesn't have every part of the movie. And it's kind of weird in that regard. Like, there's just sections of the movie that are completely missing from the game. Like the part where they're in, like, the seagull's mouth and they have all these, like, other birds chasing them. I can't remember what the birds are called, but... like, that's not in the game at all. I don't know why. But they do get eaten by the whale, and I love that level. I'd actually... like, the movie is kind of like a fever dream, but the game is absolutely a fever dream. I recommend, like, looking at it at some point, because it's a really bizarre video game. Yeah. I can't do Marlon's voice. I need to stop trying to do impersonations, because I realized I'm not good at it. Next song. I could play some more music. You know what? Should we play more of the Finding Nemo game soundtrack? You know, I'll do that. Let's see. YouTube. Finding Nemo game soundtrack. Nope. Well, what do you want to hear, Tripper? And no copyrighted stuff, you know. No Kendrick Lamar up in here. I can't afford these outrageous prices for the copyright stuff. I also don't remember how loud this is gonna be. You took the words out of my mouth. Zelda, maybe? Yeah. You know what? I will... Marine... Okay, Majora's Mask... Marine... Research Lab. I'm sorry, but like when I think of Zelda soundtracks, I always go to Majora's Mask, which I know this is not Ocarina of Time. I know it is. It's a little loud. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. There we go. But I don't know why. This track always made me feel good for some reason. Y'all can hear it, right? I can see the little green bar moving. That's how I know it's working. Without checking the stream itself. If you're talking request treasure trove code from Banjo-Kazooie, yeah, totally. Treasure trove code. Music. Now this is a good one. I think once I get my hands on a little bit of money, what I'm going to do is I'm going to commission someone to make an animation of my little creature doing a little dance. So that I can have like a be right back screen. And I'll play some music. Big Boo's Merry-Go-Round from Mario 64. Yeah, I'll look that up in just a moment. Listen to Treasure Trove Cove for a bit. I made, for some reason, I was very compelled to make a video where I just took a bunch of music from the Nintendo Switch era and just put it all in like one big compilation. And like, I knew that was a bad idea because it was gonna get like copyright on it immediately, which it did. It doesn't affect the video itself. I can still leave it on my channel, but do the Polish cow dance. I don't think I've seen that one. I'll look into that at some point. Polish cow dance. I was thinking he'd just like bob up and down a little bit. Or like the one other autistic creature that's like they move their legs back and forth and it's playing that Baldi's Basics song made by the Living Tombstone, which I know it sounds cringe. I understand the DK64 rap. That's not copywritten, is it? Let's do the Boo Merry-Go-Round. Oh god. So they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. I know that rap more because of Melee than because of DK64. Oh, this music is gonna drive me insane. Fire, I know, right? So good. Imagine if I'm gonna stream Mario 64. Don't do anything that'll get you a strike, though. Yeah, I don't think I'll get a copyright strike playing video game music unless it's like I don't know what video game companies. It makes me want to run a marathon. I don't know what game companies would put restrictions on their music. Worst case scenario, I can always cut out this end segment from the live stream. Because I have done that with other videos. I did a video where me and my friends reacted to the Game Awards, and like, of course there's copywritten music during the Game Awards, because why would you not want to put copywritten music in an event that thousands of streamers are going to be recording themselves at? Watching the Game Awards, doing their reaction videos. It's like, you want them to do that because it puts more eyes on the Game Awards. Oh, there's my cat. Okay, let's put on the DK rap. DK rap HD 1080p. Okay. Okay! Do Secret Slide Mario 64. Hey, stop doing that, cat. Too quiet? Should I turn it up a little bit more? Yeah. I love that. I gotta play DK64. Oh, you know what? My cat can't get out because the door's closed. Give me just a moment. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, like I said, I'm more familiar with the Melee version, but like Mario 64 music hits different. True, true. Why is this now on NSO? I have to wonder. They got it on Wii U Virtual Console, but and they worked with Microsoft to get rare games on NSO. Like they have GoldenEye, they have Perfect Dark, they have Banjo, Kazooie, and Tuber. So there's no reason to not have DK64. I bet they'll probably add it at some point. It's kind of like how Super Mario Land wasn't there for the launch of the Game Boy Online. But it's there now, so... Oh my god, they said hell! They said hell in a Nintendo game! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, oh no! Listen to Skibbity song remix stripper. Don't ever say those words again. Do not. Out with your presence. All right, let's do Secret Slide from Mario 64. I was like 90% certain it was gonna go into Flintstones. I was like 90% certain. My bad. Make sure it's loud. Okay. You like this, chat? You like this? I'm glad you're all here for the stream. So Celeste was a pretty good game, don't you think? I really like the part with the golden feather. Granddad! Flintstones? Oh, Granddad! Granddad! I'm gonna wake someone up doing this, I swear to God. Alright, I gotta turn this down. I gotta turn this down. That's driving me insane with how loud that is. I don't even know how loud that is on stream. Like, I've genuinely never tested. Although it is convincing me that I do need to have a wider library of songs for the streams. I can't just keep playing the same Finding Nemo track over and over again. It was decently loud. Is there any other music you two want to hear before we call it a stream? Because I can keep this going for a little bit. I got no qualms with listening to some game music. As long as it's not copyrighted. Like, I'm not getting away with Jump Up Superstar from Mario Odyssey. I know that much. A Link to the Past Fairy Fountain, alright. Zelda... Link to the Past Fairy Fountain theme. Let's see what we got. Extended. A Link to the Last Fairy Fountain. There's only one left. There's only one left. We gotta go find it. We gotta get our hearts recovered. And now I want to play A Link to the Past. It's not a perfect loop. I heard it. I heard it go tit. I heard it go tit. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, Brinstar Depths from Melee. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I'll type that up. I'll type that up real quick. Oh. Smash Melee Brinstar Depths. Is this the right one? Wait, let me... Okay, it's the right one. This is Melee, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure. This one, I couldn't find an extension right away. There's an extension, but I'm probably not gonna stick with this one for too long. Although this is a really good piece of music. Professional at being cool. Oh yeah. I'm hip and with it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is a really nice dark piece. Honestly, this was the favorite part of the Metroid stream for me, was hearing this piece of music on the NES version. Ooh, it's getting spooky. Alright, I forgot. Now we're getting the sick tunes. I love the 3DS Wii U era so much. It's not my favorite, but I totally get why people like it so much. There were some quality games that came out. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not making a good case here. No, I particularly loved Pikmin 3, Mario 3D World, Rayman Legends, Captain Toad, Splatoon, and Mario Maker on the Wii U. I loved 3D Land, Link Between Worlds, Dark Moon. There's a lot of games that I didn't play, though. Wii U had a lot of good games. Yeah, it did have some good games. I will give credit where credit is due. The Wii U definitely had some good games. I'll also say it did have a few stinkers, though. Alright, this is gonna probably go into a playlist. No, I don't want to listen to that because that's someone else's remix. You know what? Super Mario Sunshine OST extended. Yeah. I never want to like discredit other people's perspective on how they felt about the Wii U and 3DS. It just wasn't my favorite generation of Nintendo is the thing. So it's kind of hard for me to like throw my hat in the ring and say like, oh well, this is why I didn't like this sort of thing when other people talk about like I love the 3DS and Wii U. It is an era where Nintendo was making you video game consoles, and I say that affectionately. I mean, they did make consoles. I will give you that. They did make video game consoles. I just happen to like I meant to say toy video game consoles. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think... Hold on. Like, I do think that there were some quality innovations, especially with the DS and the Wii, that I wouldn't call them, like, toys per se. I kind of get why they're seen that way, because there were like, a lot of, like, bad kids games on those consoles that people kind of associated them as being toys. But then again, Nintendo originally marketed the NES in North America as a toy, so... I'd like to think it's kind of like a full circle moment. Nintendo wanted to treat the Wii as kind of like their brand new NES era for Nintendo. I think it's funny how much things Nintendo has done over the years, like taxi service, yeah, and hotels, and trading cards, and fake Legos. Those consoles were very gimmicky, but I mean that in a good way. Yeah, like, I'm really glad they made the Wii because motion controls are genuinely one of the best innovations gaming's had in a while. I couldn't picture Splatoon without them. And if it wasn't for the Wii, Nintendo may have never tried to popularize motion controls. And plus, the way they were implemented on the Wii U, I really enjoyed that, because, like I said, Splatoon, but also, special hotels. Yeah, I was trying to avoid it, but yeah, they are special, quote-unquote, hotels. But yeah, I liked how the 3DS and Wii U versions of Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess, they all had aiming. You could aim your bow and arrow with the motion controls, which always felt so much better than trying to use an analog stick. And that's an innovation that you can really only get with motion controls, so I'll always be glad that Nintendo tried these things. At the same time, I kind of like what they're doing with the Switch too, where it's just like, okay, the Switch worked, let's just make it again. As boring as that is, I honestly think this idea, the tech that they are able to cram inside the Joy-Cons and the Pro Controller, I can get used to this for a while. I wouldn't be upset if they decided to not innovate for a few years and just make Switches. Like, I'm sure eventually they will. Isn't the Switch the most sold console? I think it's Nintendo's best-selling home console. I believe currently it's the third best-selling console, behind the Nintendo DS and the PlayStation 2. I think it will outsell the DS. PlayStation 2 is a little up in the air, especially since recently Sony actually updated their numbers for the PlayStation 2. They said, oh, it didn't sell 155 million units, it sold 160 million units, and it's like, okay there. Like the only reason I can genuinely think as to why it is Sony would update their numbers in 2024 is because they kind of want to keep that title of PS2 is the best-selling console of all time. And I do think the Switch has a chance. I wouldn't be shocked, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it falls just short. If like it lands on like 150, 155 million. That's still dang impressive. Historically, Nintendo has always made two consoles on the same console before moving on to something new. Yeah, that is fair. That is true. They did that with the Wii and the Wii U. They did it with the DS and 3DS. Game Boy, I mean, you might count Game Boy Color, but I'd say Game Boy Advance. I guess 5 million employees got free PS2s that day. Yeah, that's how you get them. That's how you get Nintendo. Just imagine like a warehouse full of old PlayStation 2s that Sony still has. They're like, they just like, we gotta get these things out. We gotta sell them right away. We can't have Nintendo beat us. They're just like, okay, we're gonna make 5 million more PlayStation 2s in the year 2024. It's like, sir, why are we doing this? Like, because I said so. That's why. But yeah, like, Nintendo will eventually move on from the Switch. Like, it might take a while. I think the thing about the Switch is this is kind of Nintendo's opportunity to establish their online base, their online fan base. Because that's something that people have talked about with the PlayStation 5 a lot, is part of the reason why Sony is doing so much better than Microsoft right now is because so many people bought PlayStation 4s over the Xbox One, and now they've spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars you know, building up their digital libraries. So why would they go over to the Xbox when none of their games are going to carry over? They might as well just buy a PlayStation 5. Do I cut a John here? John gets a free PS2. I want a free PS2. I don't got no games for it, but I'll take a PS2. But yeah. It's kind of hard to justify buying into a new ecosystem when everything is digital nowadays. Like, I would, at this point, I'm content with my PC. I would probably, it would take a really, really good game for me to transition over to the PlayStation 5 and start buying games there. And like, Astrobot looks pretty good. I'll give him that, but it's not a game I want to spend like $560 on. I'd rather just wait a couple years, see it come to the PC, and then be like, okay, I'll spend $60 on it now. I have a feeling Microsoft may pull a Sega in the future, honestly. Yeah, I'm getting that vibe too. Like, Microsoft's in a very weird position right now, especially with their marketing campaigns. Oops. Well, oops. We actually sold 200 million PS2s. 300 million. 400 million. You know how many copies of Sly Cooper 3 we sold? It's insane. This console just can't stay on the shelves anymore. True 20. Oh man. It was 200 billion, 400 billion. Every person on planet Earth has 25 PS2s. Because it's the best DVD player ever made. Of course they're going to buy more than one. Obviously. The DS, who cares about the DS? Who needs more than one DS in their household? No, it's the PlayStation 2, dang it. It's PlayStation 2. gaming will never get better than this. Yeah, we got Grand Theft Auto, we got other games, we got so much to play on this thing. I don't. Metal Gear Solid 2, that's a game that's on the PS2. Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. Even your cat has a PS2. Even my dog has a PS2. See that tank full of goldfish? They all got their own PS2s. And they're gonna buy PS3s in the future, I trust. Like Sony has long discontinued that console, right? Like, this isn't like a Master System deal where they're still manufacturing it in some random country like Brazil or something. I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe the PS2 is really popular in, I don't know, England? Even my PS2 has a PS2. Even that rock has one. I was gonna say my PC is a PS2, but I mean, if you know what you're doing, I mean, my Switch is a PS2. That Xbox is a PS2, and that PS2 is an Xbox. It's coming full circle. Even the 2 grains of salt has a PS2. It's like that one episode of Oprah where it's like, you get a PS2, you get a PS2, everyone in this room gets a PS2. You know what I should do? I should add a PlayStation 2 to this desk that I drew. It'll just progressively get crammed with more crap as each stream goes by, based on what I decide to talk about. So even my table has a PS2. This microphone has a PS2. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your PS2 is? 10 a.m. 10 p.m. What did I say? If it's 10 a.m., your children better be at school or at home playing their PS2. Oh, we got an update on the sales in a console that was discontinued 15 years ago. 100 trillion. Oh man. I will laugh my ass off if 2020, the end of 2025, Sony is like, oh, it sold 165 million units, and it's like, all right, buddy, we see your game. I don't play no games unless it's Nintendo. You feel me? Even Earth has a PS2. Not Mars though. Mars has an Xbox for some reason. Killjoy. And of course, we all know what console the Saturn has. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Wink, 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 wink. Master System. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. And all of space has a Tesla. And the world shed a tear that day. State of Play PS2 edition. We don't have any games for you guys. You know that Wolverine game that we were talking about? Well, you know how we're gonna sell more PS2s? We're gonna make Wolverine for the PS2. And at that point, now all of y'all gotta buy a PS2. That's how Sony will fix their game development problem. It's so genius. Oh my god, guys. We gotta sell this to Sony. We're gonna make so much money. Soon enough, this PlayStation's gonna start selling PS2s again. True, they gotta, if they want to maintain that brand, it's gonna be like, it's gotta be sell more PS2s. We can't let Nintendo win. Oh my god. You can buy GTA 3 all over again. Yeah, we gotta get the GTA collection on PS2 for the PS2. That'll be great. Oh my god. Can't believe we've been talking about the PlayStation 2 of all consoles. How did we get here? Bring the Minecraft achievement in here. How did we get here? I remember how we got here, yeah. We were talking about best-selling game consoles. You can buy a PS2 for exclusive that no one actually wants. People like GTA. I think. I mean, it's sold well. I think people like it. You know, GTA is one of those games where it's really weird. I know it's popular. I know it sells insane numbers, but I don't know pretty much anything about the games other than you can drive cars. Like, I don't know what you actually do in GTA. Does that seem kind of weird? It started with this. Isn't the Switch the most sold console? Yeah, I remember. But like, I genuinely don't know how GTA 5 plays. I don't know what you do in that game. I just don't. And it's weird because that game has sold like over 100 million copies. Our grandmas or something. I mean, I guess, like, I know they're sandbox games. I know you can do a lot of things in those games. It's just, like, is there like a story mode in them? Is there like a main quest or something? Or do you just go around and do stuff? I love Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, even if Sony doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing, is that Sony just doesn't care about a lot of their, like, well, no, Jak and Daxter was Naughty Dog, so they might do Jak and Daxter again. But I think Sly Cooper and Ape Escape are probably gonna sit in the trash bin for a while, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I liked watching my uncle play the Sly Cooper games. That's another franchise I gotta look at some point. In fact, I actually have to write that down. If I ever get a PS2, if, you know, because I'm like the one person who doesn't have 8 of them, definitely give Sly Cooper a shot. I suppose I could get a fat PS3. I wonder how much those cost. You know, I want Sega to make another console. Yep, I said it. You and like 2 other people, but that'd be cool. It'd be nice to see another competitor jump in the game, even though they would fail spectacularly. Hi, Black Sonata. How you doing? I managed to get to the end of the stream. Yeah, I don't know how much longer we're gonna go on for. But we've been just listening to music and talking about the PS2. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I was just Let's Playthrough. I say it went pretty well. We beat the game, and I showed off my Switch file, which has most of the collectibles in it. But I just did like a pretty casual Celeste playthrough. Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I like I said, it was more fun playing through Celeste in that more casual sense, where I wasn't worried about getting all the strawberries than trying to push myself to get everything. We'll go until the PS2 reaches 165 million sold. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. At the end of 2025, it's going to happen. I think the Switch will surpass the DS. I think it will land itself squarely as the second best-selling console of all time, which is respectable. Like, Nintendo's not going to object. I'm pretty sure they're still the richest company in Japan. And they're making even more money off of not just their games, but their movies, probably their merchandise. It's nice not having to be so concerned about the 100%. Yeah, I keep getting that feeling myself, at least for the time being. I absolutely want 100%. There's some games that I will do it with, but I'm becoming less concerned with it as time goes on. I kind of just want to, like, play the game for, you know... Like, I feel like most games probably aren't designed to be 100% completed. It's just something that you can do for fun if you're really into that sort of thing. I did it for The Legend of Zelda, but only because I felt like I kind of had to. And it's not like there's that many collectibles. It ended up being like a 3-hour game. We'll be here for a year. I mean, that'd be awesome. I still can't fathom how I took so long at the resort. It was that stupid Pico 8 minigame. That version of Celeste had me crashing out. Yeah, that's how they get you. That's how they boost their playtime numbers. It's like, oh, we've 100 million hours played on Celeste, when it's like 10% of that is the Pico 8 minigame. They're boosting their numbers, I'm telling you. Just yapping about video games for a year. Yep, just yapping about video games. It's the one thing I'm good at. There's not a lot of things I'm good at, but I am good at yapping about video games. Alright, let me get a new piece of music in here. Deep Sea of Mare? Oh, it's this one. I love this piece of music. This is also a Noki Bay track. Dude, legit, half of my Celeste VOD is in the resort, and more than half of that is in that minigame, and 100% of it is me whining and raging. Yapping about video games, a whole personality. 20! 20! You're in good company. The one thing I'm educated on. Yeah. Nice to be able to yap and yap about video games. Just yapping. And if there's anything I love on the internet, it's other people yapping about video games. Whether they love them, whether they hate them, I just love hearing some yapping. You're on the right stream. Oh man. Let's just say I'm not looking forward to going back to Metroid. I really hope I can just beat it in the next stream, but I really wish they just gave you your health when you died. Like, why force the player to grind? Like, I know why, because they didn't think of it. Because it was the first Metroid game. Yikes, was Metroid really that bad? I was kind of hoping it would take as long as Zelda, and that's clear that's not going to happen. It's probably going to be like another 3-hour stream after the 2-hour one. I don't think Metroid on the NES is a terrible game. I want to clarify that. But I would say if I had to, from my experience playing it, if I had to go back to NES Zelda or NES Metroid, I'd pick NES Zelda pretty much any day of the week. Unless I can't use a guide for either game, in which case, get me out of here. Please get me as far away from these games as possible. No, I have an appreciation for them. I understand the impact they had, but actually playing them without a guide is a nightmare. If I was you, I would have skipped NES Zelda and Metroid and started on the SNES games. Respectable. Like, I would totally suggest that if you want to get into these franchises, for Zelda, I dig that. Never played Metroid for NES though, so I'm not the wisest to judge here. Yeah, I would say if you really want to get into Zelda, I would recommend starting with either A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, or Breath of the Wild. I think those are probably the 3 best starting points, and honestly, if I had to pick one of the 3, it would be Breath of the Wild, just because that's what Zelda's going to be going forward. And if it were Metroid, I would say either Super Metroid, Metroid Prime Remastered on the Switch, maybe Metroid Dread. Maybe. If only because I think Metroid Dread is just the best Metroid game I've ever played. Best Metroidvania, too. Ocarina of Time? Yeah, I think Ocarina of Time is a good starting point. The only thing about Ocarina of Time is that I do think there are some aspects that haven't aged the best. If you can play the 3DS version, if you have access to it, I'd say get that version. What about Other M? Oh boy, I'm looking forward to Other M. I really am. Super Metroid is amazing. It's the only Metroid I've played so far, and I suck at it. But I had a lot of fun just listening to the music. Yeah, the music is phenomenal, and I'm also pretty bad at Super Metroid, but I think it's designed well enough to the point where I don't get frustrated with it. Only thing that kind of bothered me was that it's like the third big boss, the one where you use the grapple beam to siphon away its HP. Like I didn't think to do that at first, so I tried fighting the boss legit and I died multiple times before I said, okay, I gotta look up a guide for this to figure out what I'm doing wrong. I can't wait for you to do a Mario 64 stream. You know, I could do that pretty soon, but for Mario 64, I have a couple ideas of how I want the stream to go. Like, I don't want to... Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a Mario 64 stream. Like, absolutely. Mario 64 is debatably my favorite Mario game. I say debatably because I've never been able to decide between 64, Galaxy, and Odyssey. To me, those are like the top three, easily. And then Super Mario World's up there somewhere as my favorite 2D game. But I do prefer the 3D games in general. But for Mario 64, what I want to do for that stream is I want to show off some glitches that you can do in that game. Mine's Mario Galaxy 2, that's a really good one. Galaxy 2 is... Galaxy 1 has the edge for me, but Galaxy 2's level design is just sublime. It is a phenomenal game. I just wish Nintendo would re-release the game, because I don't want to have to pull out the Wii U again just to play Mario Galaxy 2. Also, if I play Mario 64, I'm gonna have to decide if I want to play it on NSO or if I want to play it some other way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You catch my drift, chat? But yeah, actually it makes me... Alright, I've been gone for a while, so I need you to be honest with me, John. Alright, Black Sonata, hear me out. No, I'll hear you out. Has anyone done the over joke in my place? I don't think so. I don't remember if you were here for the last Splatoon stream, because I think that was the last time someone even mentioned it. We mentioned the Bala Trover reference. I remember getting a 64 for Christmas when it came out. I left for a second to let my mom play. She said it was the worst thing she's ever seen. Ugh! Why does Mario look like that? Oh my god! His face is all like, ugh! My uncle from Nintendo catches your drift. Alright. Shout out to your uncle, 20. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm disappointed too. I gotta start. The problem is I can't say it's Celeste over, because that doesn't work. I can't force it. It's the over. Oh my god. Oh my god. But how do you do this, Black Sonata? How do you manage to pull this off? That's just not fair. Like, I thought I was the pun master, but you come barging in and you're like, actually... I always find a way to force the joke in. It just happens. I respect that. I'm a big fan of puns and wordplay. But I was thinking for a moment, like, what's the best Mario game to start with? And honestly, I'd say the Switch entries at this point. I know I'm like kind of drifting back to an older topic, but I kind of just wanted to like put that out there. As I think Odyssey and Mario Wonder are like very safe bets for people to get into. And they're the most accessible, so yeah. But yeah, I will, like I said, I will definitely stream Mario 64. I'd say it's either the Switch games, the Wii games, or Super Mario World. Mario World's a good one too. Super Mario World is definitely a good one to start with. If only I only think Wonder is a little better because I would say it's a little easier, and I'm trying to accommodate for like younger players trying to get into a game. Excuse me. Like, I remember as a kid, Mario World is not that hard of a game, but even I struggled with it a lot when I was a kid. I talked about this on the Mario World stream, but the one of the castles that has one of the crushers, not the first one, but the second one in the Forest of Illusion, I spent like an hour on that level. I remember asking my mom to record me playing Crash Team Racing, but she said no. Aw. Wonder's a baby game. How could you possibly have fun with a game that easy? I mean, am I right? Like, get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy playing a game for toddlers. Am I right? Oh no, $20. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Like, to be fair, Mario Wonder also has that thing where a lot of the 3D Mario games nowadays have a really difficult end level. It takes a while to get to it, but I'd say it offers a really good challenge. I'm a little bit torn on the Perfect Run in Galaxy 2. If only because that's the one that I absolutely struggled with the most. If it doesn't have Charles Martinet in it, then it's for babies. Oh no, oh no, Kevin, I've got to. It looks like a Tripper over here has put you in your place. It seems. You only voice act for baby games, for little goo goo gagas right now. Now Charles Martinet, he voices real manly games. Yes. My favorite 2D platform is Dark Country Returns. I need to play that one. I've always heard... Base DKC fan. Yeah, totally. I've always heard good things about the Donkey Kong Country games, especially the ones made by Retro Studios. I do have Tropical Freeze. And I will play that on my own time. Charles is going to be Mario till he dies. I mean, unfortunately, he's not Mario anymore. Like he'll still do the voice, I'm sure. Like he's an ambassador for Nintendo. No excuses. Yeah, he's like the Mario ambassador at this point, so he'll probably still do the voice whenever he's like doing autographs or at Nintendo events, but I mean nowadays it seems like Kevin Afghanti, if I'm pronouncing that name right, he's gonna be Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi going forward. He's just the voice of Mario now, which it's really weird to think about. Like, at some point they were going to have to replace Charles Martinet. I just didn't think it was going to be this generation. My message had a voice crack in it. Yeah, I can... No! No! Fill your dark soul with light! Ooh, banana. Yeah. Ooh, banana. Ooh, ooh. Give me banana. Ooh, ooh. Hey, what is Donkey? Oh, I know what Donkey Kong sounds like. He goes, okay, yeah. Oh man. I've just been sitting here and I feel like I need a breather. You saying no with a voice crack made me laugh way too much. I'm glad I can. I'm glad I can get a laugh out of you. I have this Donkey Kong plushie on my shelf. The stare it gives me is just so lovable. What kind of is it, like the old, like the really old Donkey Kong design, or is it like Rare's Donkey Kong Country design? There's just not a single thought going on inside his brain. Yeah, that is true. Grant Kirkhope voiced DK in 64. I did not know that. It's more of the recent ones. Okay. I just remember for some reason when I heard DK plush, I thought of an episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd where he's showing off one of the really old DK toys. And he's got like a finger that sticks out and a finger that's like a ring. So you can kind of guess what motion the AVGN decided to do with that, but my cat never has a thought going on in his brain. Cats don't have any thoughts. Cats don't think. That's just a fact. Like, cats have nothing going on in their heads. That's just true as the day is long. I wish I had one of those. Yeah, me too. I want more plushies. I got some Pikmin plushies, but that's about it. I do have Simon Jarrett from Soma, which is the weirdest plushie I think anyone can own. Because, like, firstly, who? And what? What are you talking about, John? They just kind of do things, yeah. But, like, cats definitely have nothing going on in their heads. I don't even think that, like, cats have, like domesticated cats. I don't even think they have their natural instincts still left in them. I just think they're just like, buh. Like, all they think about is food and sleep. That's it. That's great, yeah. Parrots? Yeah, parrots too. That is... I remember one of my parents used to have a parrot, and it's like, I don't know how you can live with parrots. Like, they are the noisiest pet that you could possibly have. I don't understand. He'll start walking on the table meowing, then he'll just fall off while having complete eye contact. Yeah, that's a cat. That is a cat. I'm glad we have confirmed this. This is 100% a cat, and that is exact cat behavior. Meanwhile, my cat every morning is just like, meow, meow, meow. House dogs and cats in particular aren't going to be as smart because we do everything for them. True, that is a fair point. I will give you that. They have used centuries of domestication to get what they want, and in that regard, they're smart. But they kind of lost a lot of their like practical instincts. Of course, I could be just talking on my ass right now. I don't know. I just don't see how cats are that smart. You can't convince me that cats actually have brains. It's just not gonna happen. It's like telling me the sky is purple. Like, yeah, you can say that, but you're wrong. You're just objectively wrong. I call my cat Fuzzy Buns because he has so much hair and his butt is huge as fuzzy. I don't hug his butt, by the way. All right, I wasn't concerned, but thank you for clarifying. Glad to know your cat has a hairy butt. Just like, oh my god. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Just like your mom. Come on, Tripper. We don't gotta devolve into that. Your mom jokes in 2025. Really? I am not impressed. Isn't it 1764? You're off by a couple centuries, but you're getting the idea. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, that's not too far off. I'll give you that. Oh man. How much longer on this music track? It's got like 10 minutes left. Alright, well, I think it has been over an hour since Celeste ended, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. So we don't actually know where Tripper is right now. Fair, that is true. It must be 1895. Yeah, you're getting warmer. Getting warmer, Tripper. But still not there yet. Alright, I am going to call it a stream. Good stream, John. Thank you, 20. I appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate y'all being here. And I will see y'all tomorrow. That's very close. Don't give him hopes. He might go at 2185. Oh man. We jumped the shark. Good night. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I don't know for what, but I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night.